Who the hell has a pet chimp?
I don't lie when I tell you, Primate is absolute carnage. It's almost everything you could want from an animal rampage movie. Almost. And I have no issue saying the likes of Terrifier has nothing on this. That's a demonic clown. A demonic clown is probably not gonna kill you. This is real. A Primate may not be completely perfect, but the reason I come to see a movie like this is there. I'll cut to the chase. It's brutal as hell. All the ways you could imagine a chimp destroying somebody are covered. You won't be disappointed there. And given this kind of thing has happened in real life, a number of cases of chimps turning on their owners, along with other exotic animals, when you see this carnage through a camera that doesn't exactly shy away, it makes it all the more disturbing. Granted, most chimps don't do the stuff depicted in this movie. They probably just tear off your face and call it a day. I'm not in bad taste there, it's just reality. Wild animals are not pets. And in this case, you immediately know what you're getting into. The intro makes that abundantly clear. And like I said, it's just the beginning. It continues in every way imaginable, not much left to the imagination. And even though it probably wouldn't go this way, there is a strong sense of realism. It's nightmare fuel. It makes sense, as Johannes Roberts also directed 47 Meters Down, which was decent, I think, memory. But he's also responsible for one of those Strangers movies, and Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City. It's hit or miss.
What the fuck are you doing?
Haven't really mentioned the plot of the movie. Teenagers, house in Hawaii, pet chimp, gets rabies. I believe you know the rest, but if this movie only had brutality, I would open by saying, don't waste your time. Anybody can do that. That's why I've never liked the first Terrifier, no matter how daring it is. I swear I tried. No, this film is not just violent, it's also terrifying. You get lots of close-up moments with the chimp, and believe me, it's tense, the effects are practical, so you really feel it. The only downside is you usually know who's gonna live and who isn't, but that's really hard to avoid. They could have done something really shocking and I wouldn't have minded. I'll get back to that in a minute. But I can't hold it against the movie. You're here to see a chimp massacre teenagers, and you get that. I don't know if I've said this yet, but this movie is violent and tense, but it's also creative. You'll get these moments when something's moving in the background, maybe you'll notice it, maybe you won't. In this one scene, you think it's gonna open the door because chimps can do that. Instead, something completely different happens. Same outcome, but more shocking. And the most intelligent thing about this movie, it doesn't rely on stupidity. And the fact that chimps are intelligent does play a role. It also has rabies, so inevitably it will die, but they were good enough to provide a reason why they can't just sit there and wait it out.
Okay, that makes sense.
Without spoiling, I can't say it's not that complicated, and overall, bad decisions in a horror movie are kept to a minimum. Aside from one really stupid self-inflicted death, if you've seen it, you know. It's the most tame death. I do love it when horror movies like Terrifier and even Martyrs go the extra mile to not just be about violence, so I was really happy to see this. It emphasizes what true horror is, realism, brutality, suspense, but there is the one flaw you knew I was getting to, and it comes down to something I wish I didn't have to say. I hate to interrupt so close to the end, but if you enjoy this content, I have another channel for various types of movie content linked in the description. The main channel, and a gaming channel too, if you're into that. If there is one thing I like more than movies like this being good, it's when an unknown cast makes them good. But this isn't that. The characters are underdeveloped severely. When shit goes down in this movie, that's basically it. That wouldn't be a big deal, but they kind of set things up. You have a friendship between two of them, a potentially annoying character who may be a bitch. The sisters temporarily don't get along, we almost get a fucking love triangle. A love triangle, but all that stuff happens at the beginning and becomes irrelevant. It doesn't matter how close somebody is or if they're in love. When somebody dies, they're primarily forgotten. I know it's the situation, but a lot of the movie takes place in the same spot, and it doesn't make me care. You suspect who's gonna make it and who isn't. I wouldn't have minded if the chimp won. I'm not happy to see anybody die, but the only reason for that is because it's overly violent. The bitch isn't really a bitch, so you don't root for her not to make it. It doesn't by any means ruin the movie, but it could have been way more effective. Maybe give us more time with Ben, the chimp, to create some sympathy. Wouldn't have lasted too long as the body count rises, but it's kind of the same issue. Like I said, they do have established traits, they just don't go anywhere, and neither do a few scenes. Despite the short runtime, you occasionally watch something play out for no reason, aside from another casualty. I'm okay with that, it does make sense why these scenes take place, and you don't by any means feel the movie is paced badly. It's just, look, someone else died, what did we accomplish? Also a bit of wasted potential, there is a deaf individual in this, and it's kind of irrelevant too. It makes for a somewhat comedic scene when we see things from his point of view, but when it actually gets serious, we don't see that view again. How does being deaf in a horror movie not have an effect? That would be terrifying. It's even played by Troy Kotsur, who is deaf. You think it would have occurred to him, you know what, fighting a rabid ape would be even more terrifying in my shoes, so let's use that.
You had it all and you blew it!
But missed opportunities don't take away from what this film is exactly what it needs to be. You may not care who lives, but that's okay. Violence and terrifying moments are mixed perfectly to create an unforgettable experience. Practical effects definitely don't hurt. I don't know about Johannes Roberts. He may not always be there, but he undoubtedly knows animal horror.
Party on, dudes!
If the trailer got your attention, then see the movie in a theater. You have to. And let me know what you thought about Primate down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe down below, share it if you can, and hit the bell to get notified because recommendations are not gonna come. I'm the cinema analyst because somebody has to be.